honestly didn't even know I could go live. Let's see this thing real quick. I think I need to do this. This is fucking. Here we go. I don't know why it's making me do it in landscape mode, but. Well. Got a little bit self-conscious. These people got me all fucking fucked up. Got me fucked up. Right. The mission. It's really different when it's live. It's like I have so much more that I feel I need to say. What is it? Probably should have. I had an idea of what I was going to talk about, at least. Oh, doggy. Doggy. Man. I got stuff. I just. Alright, let's just start talking. You don't need a woman in your life in order to be living. Something I totally lost sight of. I'm gonna turn this around because it needs to be happening. I suppose that's what it is. There's just no one watching right now, so what the fuck is the point of talking? But let's just talk and then people will come. So. You don't need a spouse or mate in your life in order to be living, and that's what all Americans are misunderstanding. I think you need to find the one, and then you can be experiencing life truly, but you gotta find your own route, gotta find your own thing, you gotta be obsessed with that thing, sorta. At least passionate about it. And, you'll find your mate through that thing. You gotta be able to not expect the rewards, not lead yourself by the rewards, not do that, but instead accept the fact that you will be rewarded for hard work, efforts. Not that cliche bullshit of just being a slave your whole fucking life. I mean real hard work. I mean actually putting in your own fucking input from your mind, coming to your own conviction, resolve, be able to form a stance of what you are, what you stand for, what you would die for, what you would live for, what you would both live for and die for. It doesn't have to be both, but just, yeah, do consider both of those things. Just stay focused on your heart, on the harder routes. You have to stay focused on the harder route, or you're gonna fall off of it and go straight into selfishness. You gotta stay above selfishness. You gotta stay above that bullshit fight, because if you ever find yourself on Mount Olympus, if you're ever able to make it onto the top of Mount Olympus, spiritually speaking, you don't want to come out and expose the fact to the entire universe and all the gods that you're selfish and that you care so much about your hubris, your body, your features. Oh, you never get in a fight because someone might mess up your nose, and that's why you didn't save that person from getting fucked or whatever. Gotta stay above yourself so that you don't end up with regret and missing things that you know could have formulated your life, and potentially now you live in darkness because you missed these opportunities through selfishness, and it was proven, and that's why you now suffer endlessly, seemingly needlessly. And that's what would have most of us rejecting and turning away from God. God is not to blame. You are not to blame. Daddy, mommy, not to blame. Satan, not to blame. It's all deeper than that. The truth lies somewhere in between. Ups and downs aren't always what they seem. The truth lies somewhere in between. And then, so fucking, you find those harder routes and then find that the coronavirus totally fucked up the potential for those avenues. What do? Suffer like I have. Yeah. But you'll come out the other side getting what you needed. Obtaining a power that no one else fucking has. And, I saw this Alan Watts quote recently talking about, don't try to become better or whatever, because that's just going to make you psychologically attack other people, and that basically that you won't be able to be high in higher places without comparing yourself to other people. When I find if I did that, if I led myself by comparing myself to other people, I would be a big one of them. I would be one of you guys. I'd be just another normal slave who only does what his brothers do at maximum, and is too afraid to do a fucking thing beyond it. There's just never be breaking precedence, which is the matter of being a human being. It's a matter of being a spirit, is breaking precedence, breaking fucking precedence, becoming greater every single day, every single moment. Breaking precedence. If you're copying, if you're just downloading, if you're just copying and watching, trying to and you're just gonna end up putting on. You're just gonna be putting on everything. If only that would translate into putting on more clothes. You can't just copy, you can't just download and regurgitate. You have to be spawning and manifesting your own thing every second. You have to be improvising all the time. I suppose it's worth saying, most people, when they would improvise, what would make them able to improvise is compressing what they're coming through with, so that they don't come through with so much, so that it's easier so that they can kind of just flow. But there are people out there who can actually improvise, and they'll fucking blow your mind with what they can do. Because I met this one dude, one of my boys. He spit the fastest rap I've ever heard in my life, and I've listened to Tech Nine and all of them. Fastest improv, while also the deepest lyrics and words strung together. And I've listened to Terrence McKenna, Alan Watts, all these deepest philosophical teachers. But this guy, in just what was it, 20 seconds, freaking strung a whole novel of Egyptian Jesus Christ. I was absolutely mind blown. I was just like, my brain is nothing. I am nothing, because like, what the fuck did I just hear? That was the deepest, fastest improv rap I've ever heard. What the hell did I just witness? What was the segue? What led me into this? Not copying and breaking precedents. Well, basically, if you keep practicing breaking precedents and trusting yourself to let your mind ride beyond itself, so that you basically don't know what you said until you said it, in a sense. And afterwards, you're like, holy shit, it has like 5 edges of truth just pouring out of it, and the sides don't even mean those things, but they're there. So you know, you put in a lot of work. There's incidental things like that that are meaningful and breakdownable, because what you came through with was so big and large. Deep. An important thing one should do is completely remove one's need to serve other people's opinions. So not only will you find yourself dying from the inability to cough because you feel like you're being nice to other people at best, and at worst, you're a judgmental, hypocritical, fascist piece of shit to people who were coughing around you during the coronavirus, so now you can't allow yourself to cough because you think it's something wrong to do because you made that what it was to yourself alone, while I was there surviving, coughing, getting the shit out of my lungs so that I can be healthy. You guys know I'll love to pretend like you're all healthy and safe. What the fuck are you doing putting a diaper on your face for 2.5 years and getting brain dead fucking lab rat vaccinations? Whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you're falling for this new world bullshit where you're trying to let someone take over your mind so that you can become the type of person who does what you want to do, and in fact, there's this bunch of demons that have taken over your mind and convinced you that that's what you want. And you don't want that. You just haven't fully thought it through. You just haven't thought it through to the end. So that's what demons do. They compress it into a smaller thing. Compress you into a smaller thing. When you're down like this, you can't see right out here and recognize these things out here, which would tell you that this is stupid. What the hell are you fucking doing? You're allowing this thing to take over everything. You're forsaking everything for this one stupid activity. This one whatever. And people don't realize alcohol equates to, basically, if you drink a shot, it's at least one demon you have just integrated. You don't realize how much they can just need us and cling to us and start running all over our fucking arms and shit. Just tiny little things that fawn after people who are still alive. Because people who are still alive still don't know that God exists. So you see, when people are, and all our top mathematicians and scientists are trying to look for proof of God, you need to recognize that that is not what you want. That is the opposite of what you want. The opposite. I promise you don't understand. You have to understand that with knowledge comes responsibility. If you know that God exists, you now have to live in accord with that. See, we are blessed with the fact that we don't know God exists. So if we don't believe, or we're like, fuck you, God, that was mean of you, or whatever, whatever stupid delusional thing we think. God, I lost the trail. Sorry. Just finish that thought for me. I might come back to it. If you guys can. See, if I stop talking, does that mean that you also have to stop thinking? Or were you even thinking at all? Is this blowing your mind that much that you're just like, where do I even go from here? And areas that you guys have never considered using your mind to interact with, think about. Ever gone to these places with your mind? Oh, sorry. Anyways, if you keep practicing your own thing, keep practicing improvising, breaking precedents, you'll become someone who is great. But there are guidelines to that, in a way. You can't be a shitty person and be great. It's how the Lord Almighty works. Is one of His rules. Can't be a piece of shit, selfish fucking jerkwad and be great. You can't be powerful if you're selfish. So you're able to rise above yourself. That woman can't find her car. Oh. Don't be selfish. How to not be selfish, Chapter 1. Rise above yourself. Slap yourself in the face. Do it. So that you will remember this. Slap yourself in the face. I don't mean that as an insult. I mean that as wake yourself up. Don't even, what did you insult? Did you hurt your own feelings by slapping yourself in the face? No. It's fucking, I don't care. I don't care about this fucking face. I don't care about pain. What is pain? Pain is temporary. Pain is fucking purifying. It's not that bad. Fuck it, dude. Rise above yourself. What are you... Chapter 2. Natural psychedelics. I will certainly teach you how to be selfless. How to humble yourself. I suppose that's like a main key ingredient. Humbling oneself. So if you eat something that grows off a cow turd and it blows your mind to the point where your entire life takes a backside fucking seat. Well, you sort of have to recognize, like, dang, holy shit. What my conception of reality was bullshit. So when I think, things like, those crazy people who took mushrooms and they're crazy and they're annoying, or, just any type of judgment at all, oh, those tea drinkers, oh, those smokers, oh, those fucking synthetic, whatever. All that judgment is just based out of your hubris. It's based out of uh, your ego, your need to feel good about yourself, but also just in any given moment, you need to feel better about yourself because you can't already feel good about yourself because you haven't lived your life well. So you have to stomp on people. And what was I gonna say that was bigger than this bullshit? I lost that higher stuff. Anyways. It's funny, the difference between the way people look at me when I'm wearing this hood versus this Luke Skywalker, the Kingdom of Heaven, Orlando Bloom. I am the guy we should all be staring at for the next 10 fucking hours, as opposed to judging like as if he's some druggie and needs some heroin fix. Beautiful. Point is, don't judge people. Don't judge book by its cover, even though you can't. Even though you can, judgment is not the proper option. What you should be doing is using your heart. And, This is making sure your heart is clean. Heart is full of the things that make your world magical enough that you don't feel like judging someone, bringing someone down. You feel like bringing people up, no matter who they are. No matter who they are. That's why I do this shit. And that's why even if one person is watching, I don't even know if anyone is watching. My phone is backwards. There's just one random 40-year-old homeless person who just smoked meth. If he's listening to what I have to say, I am happy for it. And I will do my best to help him. I'll do my best to help all of you. Just gotta make sure this is actually still going. $300 viewers. Zero viewers is just about the same as 300 sometimes. I'm racking it in all the views, man. I just have videos out for like 12 years now. They have like 100 views almost, some of them. My most viewed isn't even on my channel. It's on a different channel that had about 3,000 views. I have a freaking older channel. One of my, back like 17 years ago, I made this channel. This one video had 800,000 fucking views, and it was the worst video I've ever made in my life. And I'm pretty sure that's why it became like viral or whatever. Because it's so bad. People are just like making fun of me. It's like said, like, don't be this guy. It's like, yeah, it's the worst fucking video ever. I made a new trick shot, and it wasn't a new trick shot. So just trying to make it the trick shot. The trick shot game and the trick shot. Community. Now, Modern Warfare 3 was so bad. I'm pretty sure it was intentionally bad. Pretty sure it was intentionally the worst fucking game of the series. Now, Modern Warfare 2, And then Modern Warfare 3. I wish I could have said that better, but like, damn, fuck that shit. It's the worst game ever. Certainly for trick shotting, it has totally ruined practically all potential for any type of cool trick shot, because Modern Warfare 2 was where it was at. It was the gun motion, it was so smooth, and each sidearm or thing had its own unique little thing that could be turned into a little trick shot, or you know, the way when you're freaking gliding with the sniper, like moves as if it's a freaking real thing that's happening. And, you know, Modern Warfare 3 is just all this fucking robotic ass fucking shit, and it's like, this sucks. Of course, they had to fucking ruin all potential that this could have been. You know, when I'm starting to finally get into some good trick shot clans, and oh yeah, oh no, everyone's all about Modern Warfare 3 feeds now. It's like, this shit's so fucking boring anyways. Feeds, huh? So these people are just try-harding the fuck out of the whole game, huh? Not going for a kill cam at the end because it's just waste time and shit. Maybe a 360 every once in a while. Oh, 360, wow. These guys are putting in a lot of effort. As if it was ever hard. And the reason we became trick shotters is because the game was just way too fucking easy. AKA, we're fucking ridiculously good at the game. We could have been, you know, 10 feeders, 15 feeders every fucking game. We chose to put style and chance into this, like a freaking suicide shot or whatever, jumping off something, you're gonna die, and if you don't hit him, you're gonna die. No scope. I'm totally lost in a tangent right now. I'm just talking about what I want to talk about. Fun stuff, man. Literally, I'm fucked in the ass every single fucking day by a bunch of pedophilic psychopaths who've taken over. Oh, they didn't take over the planet. They were hand-me-downed the fucking goddamn entire planet. Now they're a bunch of fucking self-entitled fucking pricks who can do absolutely fucked up shit because they have absolutely no sense, similar sense of the same, if any at all, moral system or just, sort of rules that Satanists and all these fucks at least somewhat that they at least had, you know, being probably something I would guess of the sort of like, don't kill these people because that would prove that they're actually above us, because it would mean that we're just jealous of them and shit like that. Instead, we have to try to somehow make them fucked up, make them make their own bad decisions. Somehow we have to prove that they're infallible like that. This is like probably one of the rules, because otherwise I'd probably be dead right now. But, point being, I forget, my mouth's too dry. Shut up. Do I? Thinking if I could play a fucking like concert for you guys right now, but I don't think I could. Oh yeah, no, I couldn't because I'm out of Spotify right now. Which would be the only way, because I'm using YouTube to stream this. Thrill concerts, do the crazy thing, spin your head around. Defeat Martian Boo before it's too late. Martian Boo, I'm calling you out. Martian Boo, I got candy. I got chocolates. Oof. I fucking hate the idea of candy and chocolate. Certainly right now. I hate this car. Never get a 2005 Honda Civic. You want to get a good report? Make a good car, you fucks. You want to get a good report? Or are you asking me to report about you? You people ask for people to rate you. Would you stop with that fucking nonsense? If this is a good program that makes me want to rate it, I will certainly give it 5 stars. If it's useful, does exactly what it does, doesn't give me some advertisement for you fucking fuck your life once in a while, I'll be perfectly content and happy to give you 5 fucking stars at some fucking point, you impatient bastards. Impatient little grabbers of the things that you need. Bill Hicks said it, but if you're in advertising, or if you've ever been in an advertisement, both, you're off the artistic roll call forever. I don't even want to hear a fucking other thing about it. Besides Willie Nelson, of course. 5G commercials, dude. Since when was a radio tower advertisable? Hey, check out this radio tower. It's fantastic. It's so good that you should trust that it's perfect for your health and that it's going to be the best thing, the best choice you've ever made. So to upgrade to this phone, you also get $1,000 fucking dollars, and I'll let you eat whipped cream off my tits. Because I'm also a very, very, very attractive girl advertising 5G. 5G is my favorite. It's the best. What would I have ever done if 5G was not invented? I would have taken so long to load my YouTube videos. Taken so long to upload my fantastic TikTok videos. You guys are doing great on TikTok. You guys are doing great. You guys make any money yet? Did you make any money? Did you make enough money to fund self-individuality that you claim to be? Self-individuals claim to be self-individuals. Self-dependent. You're all so self-dependent. That's why your webcam slut every other night. What is it? You're prude now? Prude now that you see me? I'm definitely Jesus, and that's why you should repent from your sins. I'm Jesus, can't you see? Don't you know? He doesn't come back in a bunny suit. He's me. I lay the chocolate eggs every night. You guys just sit around and listen to the fucking birds. Okay. You just sit around. Fuck! Let's just sit around and listen to the freaking birds. No. They're angels. They're so good. They're so nice, and they're so good at being. Listen to them. That's them like screaming. That's them like, it's awesome. It's great. I love this air and the sun and the river and the trees and the wind. This is what these birds are screaming all day long. I love it. They're so riveted by the magic of this fucking universe. And all we do is just pass by them in our rushes and not even fucking notice. Listen to that diamond in the sky. It's a ruby. No, it's a diamond. No, it's Superman. That's the Beatles. Oh, fuck, who's that guy? What's his name? I can fucking imitate his voice. I can't think of his name. Fuck it. Fuck it. Anyways, enough trying to think of Bill Hicks's fucking stand up. What is next? Transition from birds to life. So when we got all these people saying things like, saying that the trees are the, potentially the source of whatever you feel when you're in nature, that they give out some type of energy themselves, and you can actually pick up on this energy. But I guarantee you, there may be that energy, but I guarantee you it's only a very, very small portion of what you may be actually able to be picking up on in the forest, because it's not just the sound of the vibration of the trees. It's not just the vibe of the trees. It is also the streams, the birds, the wind through the trees. And these things hold their own whole data sphere, which basically helps you redial into yourself and manifest as yourself. But if you're unable to embrace peace either selflessly by thinking about how the world is getting fucked in the ass every day, and how can you just sit around while the world's getting fucked over, and you can't allow yourself peace in that, you have to somehow break through that and allow yourself that peace so that you can recharge yourself. It's not selfish. You need to be able to recharge yourself so that you can be a better person when you go back. It's like our recharge station. Just think of it as the way you charge your phone. You bring it to the little fucking outlet right there. But for ourselves, you just need to go out into nature. And it's the birds, the trees, the streams, the trees, the fucking, and everything else. Everything. And maximal oxygen levels. Those are nice. Maximal oxygen levels. You guys are so unaware and unable to piece things together. You don't recognize, hey, there was like a small percentage boost in oxygen, and now my brain is like, woo, it's fucking flying over the hills. So what does it mean when there's a very, very tiny percentage negative, downward, less amount of oxygen and going into your body or in your bloodstream? That same great effect, but negative. Piece it together, motherfuckers. And of course, you're poisoned, you don't know you're poisoned, you don't really feel the true effects until you actually end up dying. Basically, it's what am I trying to say? It's not just a matter of knowledge or belief. I'm losing the trail. Sorry, this just happens sometimes. And this is sort of why, this is why I'm doing this. Practice. Everything's practice. So you want the trophy, huh? You want the trophy, don't you? You want the trophy. Oh, the trophy. Feels so great when I show it to my friends. They're like, hey, check out my trophy. Oh, that's great, dude. Yeah. I want it. When I was doing this thing, I was like, hey, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna win unless I cheat a little bit here. Of course, everyone cheats, so My God, what have I done with my life? Brains spew out behind him, forming an NBC peacock while behind him. Jay Leno. Piece of shit to the very end. Corporate sellout to the very fucking bitter end. Gotta get this spliff going. Oh, there's a good little piece of information that you guys need. Spliffs. You just smoke weed or you just smoke tobacco, you're gonna be doing things a little bit wrong. When you mix weed and tobacco together, it creates a fusion. If you ever watched Dragon Ball Z, you ever seen them do fusion, you know it's an exponential upgrade. I guess we need some contrast here. So the problem with just smoking just weed is you get too lost in magicdom that you won't be able to interact with the world around you. And you know, we're not just here for our own personal journey, but to like influence this realm in during the time that we have here, so that we can be a part of this realm of influence, because that's what this realm is. It's the realm of influence. We all tap in to emit a certain amount of influence before we die, and then yeah, it's a natural thing that should be happening in a positive direction, but we don't. We've removed ourselves from being able to look at our own lives like that. That everything that we do is part of what we have done. We take things seriously sometimes, take things not seriously other times. It's all as serious as it is, plus the fact that we fart. It's pretty serious, but it's also not really serious. It's kind of, you know, everything can be modeled back, brought back to the good old left brain, right brain. You are both your left brain and your right brain, and those are two completely different functionality systems. You are a mix of two things, being your one self. Your one self is truly two things: creativity and intelligence. I guess those aren't best ways to put it now that I truly think about it, because it's not like those are mutually exclusive topics. I'd say creativity is a type of intelligence. Intelligence is a type of creativity. I would say I had the best way to put it, and I drew it in a picture in this random book one time. I just drew it. It was a picture of a face, and I forget if it's right. Well, whichever one's the rational, more mathematical one, has a triangle going downwards as tunnel vision. It's tunnel vision. So you can narrow things down to try to form a solid, tangible conclusion. The creativity works while floating. This triangle going upwards. This doesn't really do it justice, but and the triangle going upwards is infinite at the top, so there's all room in the middle. And not a triangle, actually. I said that wrong. Just two lines, like shining a light. So the one on the bottom, it goes down into a point. All this light down into a point where the light stops. Yeah, that is perfect way to put it. And creativity is light that keeps If you ever get your hands on some real tobacco, you are a lucky man. All American tobacco is somehow corrupted, tainted, poisoned somehow. In other words, that's why it's a negative thing. They're seen as a negative thing. That's why it's killed so many people. It's actually something we should all be doing. Not all the time. You have to recognize we are the source of, what God blessed us with. These bodies. And carry us to death, holding everything that we needed. I wouldn't recommend not eating your whole life, but the idea is, like why people fast, truly fast, to prove that they only need God. Prove that you only need God. Lost the trail. You only do need God, though. I hate that shit, though. It's like, I guess it's kind of cool now, though, because it's like, it used to be that I would lose the thought and fucking entirely I would lose that shit. And now it's like, I still remember basically what I was talking about, but I don't have that same deeper fire, deeper fuel that already has something ready to say, basically. Basically, I just lose the continuance of the music. It's like making a wrong note in music and then ding, you're freaking like fucked unless you're really good and you can jump right back on and have also a band that's playing around you, can adapt to the things that happen. As opposed to just doing karaoke, man, that shit sucks. The thing about improv, if you make one mistake while improvising, basically what's going to happen is you're going to perceive that other people thought, at least potentially, that you tried to hit that note and that it was supposed to somehow be a part of the music, but that would make two entirely different songs start to happen. One different note makes the next part coming up completely different. At least what should be coming up. And so if you make that wrong note and you have to try to jump back to the original track, unless you're really good and really experienced at that, it's just gonna be fucking up big time. You just have to like give it a moment of silence and then jump back on right when you feel it come back to you, basically. But anyway, I guess we can get into music. I got some good music tips. Anyone trying to become a good famous musician, I got you the tips that you need, minus all the business side of things. In terms of making good music, I got you, and also staying healthy while doing so. You didn't know you could be unhealthy in the way that you do music? Well, listen up, folks. Do I have news for you? Yes, you can entirely fuck your body up doing Screamo. Big time. You can fuck your body up completely doing Screamo. I did. I was fucked, and I'm still fucked up by it. When you're doing it, first of all, you can't be a bitch. You can't be someone who's afraid to be heard right now. So then you'll be limiting the amount of airflow that's coming through, which will be damaging your throat and damaging your stomach muscles because you don't realize that you're using them wrong. Now that you're all, other people's opinions, you're never going to be able to do some truly crazy cool shit and keep it lasting until you throw that stupid shit to the wind. You spent your whole life caring about other people's opinions, but you gotta recognize there are different things that you can lead yourself by that can find you greater things, and it's worth at least trying. Not a sponsor. This is a thing that cool people do. Not a sponsor. I'm a sponsor for like 10,000 other people, so just kind of have to like say it sometimes because it's like, well, it could be a problem. Just have a lot of fans, so I just don't want to confuse them with false information. So, think all the time that I'm drinking what I'm drinking because I'm sponsored to drink it, when really, I'm just drinking it, man. I'm just drinking it, okay? I'm not crazy. I'm happy. Getting away with murder. You gotta be above yourself. That's how I started this video off. You gotta be above yourself. You gotta rise above yourself. Rise above the stupid bullshit that makes you someone who third persons yourself and self-perceives, so that you limit yourself because, oh, that person over there might be thinking this or might think that of the thing I might do. Fuck all of that. That is all resistance to yourself. That is all self-hate. That's what it is. It's self-hate. You hate yourself. Verb. You hate verb yourself. Don't hate yourself for other people. They might not even have hated you. And probably wouldn't have. We're too hard on ourselves. Though some of us should be. The rest of us, we're too hard on ourselves. Good people don't need rules in order to live out good lives and not be evil people. Bad people will just find a way around rules. So we kind of need to make a different little thing going on. Get a little different thing going on. Because, I don't know. It's probably not really working that great. I mean, we're almost destroying the planet. Basically set a deadline for ourselves, about 50 years maximum of existence still able to be had. Just keep going, I suppose. Just pour more chemicals into the air to combat the global warming that's a result of it. And the resulting global fucking... And, what is repenting? Who cares? Skip repenting my sins. I got a life to live. YOLO. YOLO. You only live once. So be the craziest piece of shit you can and waste and burn and buy. Make sure to buy, though. Make sure to pay your taxes as well. And taxes, you may get about 75% of your money back at least. Tax when you buy an item, tax in April, tax a fucking... winning the lottery. You win the lottery, you get less money, and you get taxed more than half the money of the lottery. What is that? What is a type of joke? The fucking... Hey, you won the lottery, but sorry, you have to give practically all of this to fucking government. Oh, hopefully they keep misspending all of it. I'm a happy camper. I'm glad I'll be able to tighten my belt to help pay all this fucking misspent money back after I'm done. spending all these millions on fucking toys and fucking whores and cocaine. Because I'm a great little American able to pay back my dues. Just give everyone a bunch of free cocaine all the time, become the hero of the town, a little neighborhood, a little corner. And, see, if I won the fucking lottery and ended up with at least $100 million, I would save the world over at least twice, okay? You want to know how? All right, let's spread these beautiful ideas so that maybe someone who's in these positions can do this. Proof in the pudding. Here we go. First part. Take a bunch of C-130s or big planes and spread a bunch of organic seeds of food across the entire landscape of nature-based, natural things, and, not make it so that it's a freaking piece of food every, inch, but just, one every about 20 square feet or less, or, in between 10 to 20 square feet away from each other, and spread out the seeds that far. We would be able to topple the system of money in one fell swoop, and be able to topple the system in one fell swoop, because when everyone recognizes you don't need money anymore to exist, you don't need money to exist, you just need to go out and pick some fucking fruit. Then we'll fucking be able to fuck off. But of course, we built our homes all too close together, so the urban areas might not catch on so quick. But the problem, you see, problem has always been in these urban-ass areas where nothing can be done but walking in between people's homes and people's businesses. Just walking in between people's homes and their businesses. That's all that's fucking around. Just keep walking. Hey, that's a home. There's another random stranger's fucking home. Hey, another complete random fucking stranger's home. They're only here because they got a job here, whatever the fuck. No interconnection at all, besides a couple neighbors, a couple fucking neighbors, and maybe their daughter's fucked or whatever. But, all this shit, all this city shit, too close for fucking comfort town shit, all this shit lined up in lines and rows to be taken out if a sniper was around. Is all lacking, completely lacking creativity. It's all slave-based grid system, circuitry system organization, because helps the mailman, and of course robs all color from life, because they just have these fucking... Imagine if it was a home here, a home here, a home here, a home here, and a home way up on the hill up here with this cool little blue light, and then we got a home over here down on the freaking in the plains, and there's just like that cool interconnected grid layout of not streets lined up rows of houses, but a freaking scene where it's like you got a house facing that way, you got a house facing that way, and it looks cool, and we can light it up in those freaking cool ways, and just join together and build mini golf areas, and fucking drive-in movie theaters, and fucking strawberry fields, and fucking roller coasters, and fucking paintball gun areas, arenas, and freaking airsoft tournament areas, and freaking concert areas, and festival areas, and food areas, places where things have been collected by people who are selfless enough to just do it for other people because, hey, might make a friend at least. I don't know, man. Whatever might help you guys recognize this is the only fucking option. Why do it so that we can barely scrape by off money, when instead we could do it so that the reward could be a life that's fucking worth living in? Society that's worth being around and in. Look, we got mini golf over there. We're going to be spending all day and all day of our lives in and around and outside of this area that's like this, and all of the rest of the world that's now catching on and building similar but different and unique things together. I lost the trail again. And I lost the steam light again. I don't care. Do what you want. You guys are gonna do what you fucking want anyways. It's just being a bunch of selfless, sadomasochistic, patriarchy serving fucking idiots. I know nobody else in this room has Michael Bolton's albums platinum either. So let's just hunt and kill Billy Ray Cyrus. Catch him by his little fucking ponytail, crossbow him in the ass, watch him melt in the fucking snow and sink from view. Fuck it, do it live. What's the difference? Because that's the underlying thing. There's literally no difference between me doing a live thing and not, unless, well, I suppose, the time limit being a thing, there's no time limit. Well, whenever I do something like this, I always do it all in one take, and if I messed up, shit. So I'm a real person. I'm able to recognize, hey, we all mess up. Just move on immediately. You'll be able to forgive me, hopefully. I hope you guys are some real Christians out there and be able to forgive me for my inability to entertain you properly. I'm so sorry. Yes, you want some tea and crumpets? Let's see if this is still going. We have reached an hour, folks. I got material for days. I could just keep going if I wanted to. I'm thinking about closing it off, but for the sake of proving the fact that I could, I'm just gonna say something else real quick. Make sure you take note of the skies, because I've been seeing, if you ever feel really hot at any given moment, really temperature hot, and the sun's beaming down, look at the clouds. Note if they are melting out of the sky or not, because I have literally been seeing clouds melt out of the sky while that extra hot sun is coming through, which only comes through at a certain time of the day randomly. Seems to pick and choose, or be picked and chosen the time which there's going to be another wildfire happening somewhere. I wonder what they're doing. So the Large Hadron Colliders, the 5G towers, are all the fucking underground destruction we've been committing. Probably all three. Plus something else, like some type of gosh darn fucking Hitler-esque fucking underground fucking secret operation to dig into the ground and fuck with the core so that they can fuck with the planet, or even threaten people that they're going to destroy the planet or the core, so they have to listen to what we're demanding. And of course, basically probably the way it's going down is taking their families fucking hostage and telling them exactly what they need to do in order to not kill them. And of course, scapegoats being scapegoats. Well, let's just consider this NSA, FBI, fucking red flag, pop-up moment to be the proof that I didn't do whatever it was that they are now framing me for. But of course, who cares? Hypothetically speaking, fuck it. Nah, fuck it. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop. So, God bless. No, I'll just say one more thing. You need to keep motion in your body. You need to. The way God keeps your bones young, as it says in the Bible, is that He keeps you in the vibe where you're able to not only stretch, but just be happy enough that you're bouncing around wherever you go. And that keeps your bones young by keeping them active enough to stay young. If you just sit in a box your whole fucking life, you're going to end up with someone who just breaks all the time and can't walk anymore. Is also crippled over like this because now your back is out of alignment, and that's the activation for going hollow, literally. You're not able to care for your body. And the posture formations, the darkness that can build up in between the bones. You're not free enough to be able to release it at any given time, either by your own psychology, being in society, or so that you have to be out of society while stretching, or whatever, being in society, whatever. Yeah, stretch, be ambidextrous while stretching. Use both sides, lock the muscles all the way to the spine, and, like, push your arms this way and also that way while doing stretches, and also upwards and downwards. You want to get every single direction also integrated while stretching, and stay ambidextrous the whole time. Make sure you're not using either side improperly, which takes conscious attention in each side, which helps you become someone who is unified in left and right hemispheres. And that is the finale of this fucking video. Future currency is gonna be wisdom, so I recommend investing in finding wisdom and once you've basically a way to know that it is wisdom is it works like God sent for you. It brings you up like washing your hair for the first time in a year, getting all that shit out of your scalp. It brings you up that 1,000-fold upgrade. Then it is something that you should be preaching to other people. But you also got to be careful, because if you're tuned to different gods, you can find certain power that way, but it's not truly what you want if it is not a god that has your best interests in mind. You won't know that until it's too late, because they are things to be revered. Not things, but just go with it. Things to be revered. You don't want to make fun of a god. You don't want to insult it and call it ugly or whatever, pretend like it's ugly or whatever the fuck. They are way beyond our conception. They're way more intelligent, we can pick our whole lives apart and spend our whole life picking it apart, and we're just like the whole time we're still falling, still recognizing how incapable we are and shit. Basically, just align with God Almighty. He's the only one whose room is truly safe and sound. And just, people all got hate for the Bible. But truly, the Bible, it's a great source of a whole bunch of answers. Though in the end, I recognize, though I haven't read the whole thing yet, I think I've read just about half of it by now. Or less, or a little bit less. But Perhaps it shouldn't be said then. I can't remember. Dagnabbit. Snello. Where are you, Snello? Anyways, man, that sucks. I just start losing thoughts like that. It's not good. Anyways, peace, namaste. Expelliarmus. What a good over, Expelliarmus. Stay safe out there. A lot of people just casting curses left and right. Take their wands before they do by being wacky and not giving a fuck. Be weird. Be weird. Life is too much, man. It's all too much. Whisper, whisper. I need to. It's very scary. It's all too much. Some life is crazier than the maddest among us suppose. And that's not even. Well, that leaves it open to what it is. It's greater than anything. It's fucking crazy. I'm done. Have a good day. I don't care about goodbyes. They are for sour pussies. I really wish I didn't say that. I don't care about goodbyes. You are all so beautiful. See ya. How do you do this shit?